Hello everybody out there in Flosstube world. This is Vicki, the Virginia Stitcher, coming to you with Flosstube video number 13. Spooky 13. I didn't plan it ahead of time, but the 13th video actually landed in October. So I thought that was kind of cool. And today is October 6th of 2021. So thank you for joining me. If you're returning, welcome back. And if this is your first time watching my videos, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you subscribe and hang around and join me for this crazy journey of cross stitch. So I just want to also, in my welcome today, I just want to really recognize all of the people who do support my channel. The comments that I get from you guys are just awesome. I cannot say thank you enough for all of the wonderful comments that you guys leave me each and every week. It's like getting love mail, when I read them, and it's just, it just makes my heart happy. And I'm just so thankful for all of you. I really genuinely am. So I thank you so much. I thank you for your support in this Flosstube journey of mine. So I'm hoping that I at least offer some entertainment, some eye candy of all the beautiful cross-stitching projects that I have. There are so many out there, and it's just so wonderful how cross-stitching has made a real resurgence in the last few years, and I just am so totally enjoying it. So what I wanted to do was, in your comments, a lot of you, I know my last video, Flosstube video number 12, I addressed copyright issues, whether or not you could share a pattern. And I got a lot of comments, and they really made a lot of sense. I thought it was just me trying to justify my behavior when I was first made aware of, that somebody had reached out to me and said that they did not believe in me passing my stash, so to speak, because it was taking away from the designers. But so many of you have commented with a lot of the things I was thinking when I was struggling with how to handle the passing of the stash, whether to do it or not. And it makes complete sense. If I did not pass the stash, more than likely, if I wasn't allowed to just give it to somebody, I certainly wasn't planning on selling them. They would either sit in a closet, get dusty and thrown out at one day, or I'd be throwing it out. But when I had so many of you point out to me that a lot of charts end up in Goodwill. They end up on secondhand sites where they're sold, and they could be used. And so I thought that it's just like having a book. Several of you had said, just like when you read a book and you pass it on, it's no different than that. And I was actually thinking that myself. I was I thought, I'm hoping I'm not just trying to justify myself, but I remember thinking when I was struggling and going back and forth a few weeks ago about it, I had thought, well, I paid for it. It's my property. And just like I have an old pair of jeans and I either sell it at a yard sale, give it to Goodwill, pass it on to somebody else who can wear them. I didn't feel like it was any different, and it really isn't. So I have decided that I will go ahead and be passing the stash. What is not copyright appropriate is copying patterns, and say you buy one and you make 20 copies and you sell them. That definitely is an infringement of copyright, and that is stealing from the designer. But I don't see anything wrong with passing the stash, so I will be doing that from now on. So I hope that clarifies that whole situation. I don't like to get into like controversy on my channel. I just want it to be enjoyable and fun, and I certainly don't want to do anything that's going to make people feel kind of slighted, bad, or anything in any kind of certain way. So I just wanted to clarify that. So what I want to do, I've got my notes down here if you see me looking down, is I'm going to start off with whips. And I do have a few whips of things that I have been working on the last couple of weeks since I last spoke with you lovely people. And I have them stacked up next to me. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the top of the stack. And this first whip is this is actually my stitch along piece for my channel and for my Facebook group. I will have them listed, the Facebook group listed below in the descriptions. And my Facebook group is the Virginia Stitcher on Facebook. My stitch along is, for right now, the one that I have going is any Twin Peak Primitives pattern that you want to stitch. It's an open stitch along. You can join at any time. There's no cutoff date. So it's up to you how long it takes you to actually finish a project. So, and like I said, it's any Twin Peak Primitives. So mine that I'm stitching on is One Nation Under God. So it looks like this. And I'm usually stitching on this. I'm trying to stitch on it on Sundays, make it my Sunday stitch. Although I did not work on it this past Sunday. And I was able to get a little bit more work done on this one. I'm sorry, it's kind of a large piece. Let me kind of try to fold it here. And I did not have time today to iron anything, so this is my One Nation Under God. This is how far I've been able to get so far. I had all of this finished, but except for the flag. So what I was able to work on was finishing this flag. I think I had these first two sections done here. So I finished this part of the flag. And that was my progress so far. This is being stitched on 16 count Aida in the color Beautiful Beige. And I am using a combination of a lot of different flosses for this one. Some of them are Victorian Motto that I had in my stash. It's just stuff I've had in my stash, and I went with as close to the colors that were called for as I could find. And I was working with just things I had here in my craft closet since I have, some that I can go through and use. So that is whip number 1. Whip number 2 is another Twin Peaks Primitives. Oh, I actually happen to stack these together. This is the first Thanksgiving. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I would like to, I'm probably going to keep working on this one next month, in the month of November for Thanksgiving, and see if I can get more progress. But I have pulled it out and I worked on it a couple of days more, and this one is being stitched on 16 count Dirty Aida, and this one is being stitched with a combination of Weeks Dye Works threads and Victorian Motto. And let me see if I can get this up here good for you guys. And what I was able to work on recently, let me stand up and hold this here, was this little bit over here, and extend this border a little bit farther, because I think when I pull this up in November, what I want to do is work on this vignette that goes in this little square here. It's supposed to be the Plymouth Colony. It looks like that. It says Plymouth Plantation. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm blocking some of the pattern. So I'd like to get some more done and maybe start filling in this one. So that is my progress on this piece so far. Let's see if I can get it all in there for you guys. And I am loving both of these pieces. It's just been enjoyable to stitch on, I can tell you that. So, and let's set all this aside. I'm not going to worry with putting them all back in their bags. The next piece is, I had showed this one to you, I believe on my last video, and I said I was late joining the party on this one. And this one is the Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery, Jacob. And this is a PDF printout. And this is the printout from the August one, but it shows the whole piece. And I had showed you that I'm working on just the January section, which is up here in the corner. And I had picked out 2 teal DMC colors to work on with this one. And my colors that I have chosen are 3808 is my darker teal. And the other one is 597. So 3808 and 597. These are the 2 colors that I'm working with. So I have several skeins of each one. So as I need them, I can pull from my sandwich bag that I keep in my project bag. This is a project bag that I had made. I had showed a few videos back that I had started making project bags using Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, her tutorial that she had out a while ago. And I thought how perfect, because my project is teal and this has the beautiful teal colors. So this is my progress so far. And this is being stitched on an off-white 16 count Aida. And it's in the Q-snap a little crooked. So sorry about that. But I had already finished all of the rest of this and I just needed to fill in this. So I did pick it up one morning and I was working on it and I finished filling in this part. So what I would like to do before it's put away for any length of time is try to at least finish the center of this. And I do want to periodically try to work on this, you know, and keep plugging away at it. But I do still need to get the center, which is the bird on a berry basket or a berry bowl. It's right here. That is the part that I'm trying to complete. And that's how far I've gotten. And then once I finish January, I'll move on to February and so on. So that is this piece by Modern Folk Embroidery. And you can find this, you can download this off of Jacob's website, Modern Folk Embroidery. And every month he sends you an installment. And since I joined the party late, I think I actually originally signed up for the Stitch Along in, I want to say July. And when I did, you pay it all up front. I think it's around $20 for the whole thing. And he sent me January through July in that first email for all my installments since I was behind. And then after that, I've been getting emails with the PDF for the next installment for August, September, and now October. He has sent out the October one. So the first of the month he'll send out. So October was this one, and then we have November and December still to go. But he sends it monthly. Or you could buy the whole thing, you know, at the end of the year. I think he'll still more than likely have it on his website. Oops, sorry, I was showing the pattern a little bit there. He'll more than likely have it on his website for sale for the whole thing, and you'd be able to download the whole chart all at once, probably starting next year. Now, my next piece is my Halloween piece, and it's in one of my Halloween bags that I had done up. And this one is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And let me get it out of here. And this is what it looks like. And I have been working on this first block up here. And I would love to get this finished before the end of October, at least get this block finished. And so I've been plugging away at it here and there. And I have made this much progress so far on it. So I was able to, this last time, I had just a little bit of this side of the building finished. I had all of this done, the cemetery down here, the tombstones. So I finished the building and I put the 2 ghosts and the moon in, and I started on this little skeleton guy. There's a skeleton down there in the corner. So I still have, there's 1 more ghost, a couple of bats, and the words for this block, and then there's 2 spider webs that are backstitched into each of these 2 top corners. So I still have that much to do, but I've got the bulk of it finished, because the heaviest, you can see what I have left, the heaviest stitching for this square was right in here. So I was able to get all of that finished. That's all solid stitched. And I am stitching this on a piece of 16 count Aida by Picture This Plus in the colorway J, J-A-Y. And I'm loving how these colors are coming out on this kind of purpley blue fabric. So that is that WIP. Let's see, what else have I been working on? More Halloween. This next one is Halloween Quaker by Leela Studios, or Lila Studios. Leela? It's either Leela or Lila, but I think it's Leela. Leela Studios. And a lot of people are working on this one. And so you've probably seen this one before. And I didn't get a whole lot farther on this time. I had part of this Quaker motif finished and the outside of this one finished when I had showed it to you, I think in my fall extravaganza. So I picked it up and I worked on it one evening. And this one is being stitched on, let me see what this color is. Hold on a second. And I am using all the called for overdyes and a black 310 DMC. But I am using the called fors. And it is in a bag that I made. And this one is being stitched on 16 count Aida in the color Mirage. And let me make sure which way this goes. It goes this way. So this is how far I was able to get. When I picked it up and worked on it the other night, I was able to fill in the middle of this Quaker motif. And I did some more on the center part of this one. I had a little bit of this kind of, I don't know what you would call that, kind of almost like graph looking center of that motif. And that's only how far I was able to get so far. So I'm hoping, I want to pick this up some more this month, hoping to show you some more progress on this, then my next check-in with you guys. So I can show you, whoops, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. I still have to finish all of this for this motif. So that's what it looks like so far. I am, like I said, using the called for, and the colorway is 16 count Picture This Plus, and the color Mirage is what it is being stitched on. Uh-oh. Found a week's dye work tab that doesn't have, but I must have stuffed it in the, look at how organized I am. I must have stuffed it in my bag without putting it back on its little floss ring. That's the color I was working on. So let me stick it all in the bag so I don't lose that and not understand which one that goes to. Oh, I can't show you that. That's my pattern, the actual chart. Okay. And my other WIP that I worked on this month is Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. And it looks like this. It's been around for a while. It's not a new chart. And when I had showed it to you guys before, I had this top border done, this little bit of moon right here with the bat. So I came in, let's see, and I'm stitching this one on 16 count Aida by Picture This Plus in the color Storm. And with my picks of overdyed threads. So I didn't have the called fors. So I picked my own colors, and this is where I was able to get to. So I got the black cat finished, and that may not look like a lot, but that took me a while to get just that black cat finished. I think I worked on it for 2 nights to get him done. And the reason his feet look funny down at the bottom is he's standing on this rooftop, and the spaces that are missing are some of this, I guess you'd call it grating, or, you know, this ironwork that's on top of that roof. So, so the next time I pick it up, I would like to I might start working on filling in some more of that moon. So that is my progress so far on Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. And I'm loving it on this blue color. Sometimes I like to pick out different than the called for. Or sometimes the threads are different because I might not have the called fors, or I change my fabric and my fabric color doesn't work with the called fors. I don't think I normally work too much on the called for fabric because I just use with whatever fabric I've been able to get in, been able to order and things. So my next whips are all also new starts. These are things that I've started in the last couple of weeks. And I have a stack over here. Let me get those. Imagine that, me starting new stuff. So this one is in my, I've showed you this one before, the puppy dog bag that I made, the puppy dog fabric, and I put a little paw print charm on the zipper. But this one is my, I have the collection of the Prairie Schooler Santas. And I've decided that I want to get those out and start working on them. So I grabbed the one, I picked the one for this year, for 2021. And it's this one. And this one is Winter Woods Santa. I love all the little animals he has with them. I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch Winter Woods, the words, or this little kind of little border around it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. So I've picked this up and I've worked on it, I don't know, maybe about 3 days so far. And this is how far I was able to get on this one. So I have the fox finished, the little bird that's sitting on his back. The little bird's holding a twig, you know, a branch, probably a hollyberry branch. This is a raccoon that Santa's holding, and this is part of like a backpack he has on, and there's it looks like a quail that's sitting here that's not finished. And these are the little legs to a snowy owl that he has in his other hand. So those I still need to finish. And Santa right now is headless. So I still need to do the snowy owl, his hand, the rest of filling in all of this here, the quail, and of course I don't have a head on Santa yet either. So what I want to do with these is, and this one's being stitched on, I'm sorry, what is this one? 18 count vintage country mocha. And I think it's by Zweigart. But what I want to do, because I have the collection of these, is when I finish a Prairie Schooler Santa, to start another one. And just kind of constantly be trying to work on these. And I might just pick one day a week. That might be my Prairie Schooler Santa day, and try to plug through and work on some of these. I've already bought some fabric, picked up fabric. In fact, I can show it to you. Let me grab it really fast. Oh, please. Sorry about that. I didn't think about getting this out of the closet because I haven't used it yet. I just picked this up actually at just Walmart. It's just going to be the backing of my ornaments. What I want to do is make probably little pillow ornaments with these. But I thought the color really went well with the colors. And I am using the called for DMCs for this, and like I said, it's on Vintage Country Mocha 18 count. I'm just probably going to do a really simple finish on these. I don't think I'm going to do anything too fancy. Just have this as the backing material, and then maybe just make a ribbon hanger and make them probably a slightly stuffed pillow. So that is, and I went ahead and picked up, like, it was on sale. I think, not Walmart, it was Hobby Lobby. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby had their fabric like 30% off or something. And so I went ahead and got 3 yards to make sure I had plenty of this, because I could even use it for something else down the road. But right now I think I have counted that there are, I believe, 36 of these Santas out. So there are quite a few. And if I do get around to getting all of them done, I wanted to make sure I had enough fabric to make them all the same. I don't know, I may change my mind, but that's my thinking right now, is I want to do them all the same. And these bags that I make by Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch actually they'll hold an 8x8 Q-snap in them. They won't hold an 11x11, but they will hold an 8x8. So the 8x8 is in there with the fabric on it, my pattern, and right now I'm using this little container. This is just a Sterilite container, and these are the 2 colors I was working on I'm working on the raccoon on that piece. But I just threw bobbinated DMCs in here that are for this project, and then when the next Santa, sometimes they might vary a couple of colors, but they usually use a lot of the same. Then I can just switch out the few bobbins that might be different, and they're all just housed in this bag. So that's that new start. My next new start, I went on Etsy. I don't know how I found this pattern. I don't know if I was just on Etsy, like I need to be on there. I need to get off. I need to stay. Honestly, people, I have enough to keep me busy I need to live to be 90 years old. Easily. I was on Etsy, and there is a designer on there, Stitches Through the Years. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Stitching Through the Years. And I already have a couple of her pieces. I have Like a Cherry Blossom, and there's another one that's a garden something that I haven't started. But I downloaded this one last week. So this is also haul, new start, and whip category, all 3 together. And I downloaded this pattern that's called the Little Things Sampler. And it looks like this. And this is just a printout. But I love what this says, and I love the design itself. It's beautiful. So this is Stitches Through the Years. Let me make sure. So if you look her up on Etsy, and this is the Little Things Sampler, and it says, little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love, make our world an Eden like the heaven above. Find beauty and happiness in little things. Live life in full bloom. And I just thought that was just beautiful. Now this one, for all of my Ada stitchers out there, I just want to let you know, just a caveat for this one, there is some specialty stitches. There's some satin stitches in there. I think that's the only specialty stitch, is satin stitches, and also some 1/1. All of this lettering is in 1/1. And then there's places where there's satin stitches in there. So just to be aware. This one I am stitching this one on an even weave. This one is a 28 count mushroom Lugana that I'm stitching this one on. And this is how far I was able to get. I am using the called for overdyes. No, am I? I'm sorry. I might not be. I switch out colors so often. Sometimes I forget when I use the called for. And most of the time I don't use the called for because I don't have everything and I pick out my own stuff. Nope, a mix of called for and my own choices. So these are overdyes. And this is on, like I said, a 28 count mushroom Lugana. 28 count mushroom Lugana. So you can see right here, I've already done some satin stitches. So there is satin stitches and 1/1 stitching in this one. So just beware on that one that, I'm sorry, you can see that candle through there. There, that might be better. Hold it over here. So that's how far I was able to get on this one. And I'm loving this one. I think it's really pretty. I love her designs. I really do. I never have had a problem with downloading her patterns. And actually, I can't show it to you, but all the ones I have ordered anyway off of her site, and this is the third one, she has a color chart, and she also has a black and white chart. So you can print it all out, print out just what you want. And for the specialty stitches, she shows a more close-up, I wish I could show you the chart, but she gives you a close-up view of what the specialty stitches look like. Which is, I think, just satin stitches, and those aren't hard. And what else was in the chart? So I can't really show you. But yep, here's what I'm doing. So I have switched out all of these. So I've picked some of my own, used some of hers. Just do a hodgepodge. And that's kind of like most of mine. So I have worked on this one for 3 days so far and got that much done. And I'm really enjoying this. This is just a nice stitch. So that is that. New start, new haul, and a whip. And then this next one is actually in the same category. This one is a new haul. It is also from Etsy. And this one I downloaded the PDF from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And this one is called Autumn Town. Let me get my printout out for you out of the plastic. And it looks like this. This one is basically a full coverage piece, except where you see the green. This is the fabric. So all of this green, not these darker green colors, but all this blue is solid stitching, the clouds, all the houses, all of the trees, the pumpkins, those are stitched. But the green is supposed to be the fabric. So what I had done is I had to restart this too. So not only did I new start it, then I restarted it since I've talked to you guys last. And originally I picked this 16 count piece of Lagoon by Picture This Plus, and I got that far on it. I had a couple of different, I think I had maybe 2 different greens in my stash, and this was the greenest of the greens. The other one was kind of really blue, more of a blue than this one. This one's kind of grunged up. Like I said, this one's by Picture This Plus called Lagoon. So it has kind of some orangish rust colored modeling going on in here. But then I was thinking it's too dark. I'm not feeling it. So then I had to order, I had to get online and order. And I found Everything Cross Stitch online had this fabric, and this one is 32 count Lugana in the color green. So it's hard to see the green. I don't know. If I put it against white, you might be able to see it better. But it's just a light green color. And that's how far I was able to get so far on this. And another thing that I decided to do when I restarted it is I did a color blend. I didn't have a brighter yellow for the yellow trees. So what I did here, this little yellow tree that's popping up there, that is a blend. That is a blend of the called for yellow DMC color and some colors I got from Bestitch Me, Brandy. She does some, she fabric dyes and she dyes some of her own flosses. So I picked out, I just started her fabric of the month. I get her, oh my gosh, I can't remember what I'm getting. I don't know if it's I think it might be a 32 count Lugana pieces. And I'm also getting her silk of the month. So I get 5 silks, and she sent 5 beautiful fall colors this time for I guess this was October's. Does it tell me? Silk of the month? No, September. This was September 2021 silk of the month. So these are 2 colors that I haven't pulled out to use yet. But look at those beautiful oranges. They are really pretty. So what I had done was I picked one of these oranges. I've got the flosses for this project are in floss away bags. I bobbinate. I use floss away bags. I floss drop. I do it all. I do several different methods. But what I had done was the original was this DMC 726, which is this really bright yellow color. And I went ahead and decided that I wanted to blend it. So what I did was, because I'm using all of the pieces I've shown you, I'm using 2 threads. And so I am using 2 threads for this one. So this is some of Brandy's silk overdyed. And this one came in that kit, the September 2021. And this one is called All Lit Up. So this is a nice kind of lighter orange color out of the pack. These were a little bit darker. So I picked this little bit lighter orange, and I took 1 strand of this with 1 strand of the DMC 726 and put both of those on my needle and treated it like just a regular, like how when you stitch with overdyes. And I was able to get that effect instead of just straight up yellow on my tree. Because I was thinking, you know, in the fall, the yellow trees have some little bits of orange in them too. So I thought, how pretty would that be to put, to blend those 2 together. So that's what I did. And then this tree, instead of the red, I think it was 817. It was either 817 or 814. I picked a Victorian motto that I had in my stash, Santa's New Suit. And I'm stitching the red trees in this overdyed. This doesn't really have a lot of variegation in it, but I thought it was a prettier red color. And then I'm going to switch out and make some of the trees with this other, let me take it out of the bag for you, this other silk overdyed from Stitch Me. And I'm going to do some of the trees in these colors that came in that same kit. Aren't those just beautiful autumnal colors? Look at it's got little bits of brown, yellow, orange, all woven in there. And that color is called Pumpkin Patch. This is Pumpkin Patch. And this one is Mild Sauce. So I thought I would pull out some of those because they're beautiful colors for this time of the year. And with this Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery, I thought, how pretty would that look? So that is my progress so far on this piece. And I'm loving this one too. I say that about all of my things, and you know what? It's true. I love them all. Let me throw all of these floss away bags back in my bag, my bag, or I'm going to forget what I was doing. What went with what. So put this all together, and that are all my whips. That is everything I've been working on for the last 2 weeks. I wanted to show you, I'm sorry for the loud noise. I am doing poorly on my whip go. I was doing good until Mania, and then Mania kind of threw me off in May. So the ones that I have finished are the ones that are highlighted in yellow. And I had explained my whip go, I don't know, a few videos back. And that is, all of these that have just a slash through are, and then the month listed on them are the months that they were called, but they're not finished. I didn't get get all of those finished. I find that when I set too much of a goal for myself, that's like the kiss of death. As soon as I say I'm gonna do something, then I don't. I don't know if it's a rebel in me. I don't. I honestly have no idea. Maybe I don't know myself. Maybe I think, oh, Vicki, you're gonna do that, and then I go, no, I'm not. So I have no idea. I'm so wishy-washy, evidently. But so I'm gonna, you know, I'll still try to plug away on some of these things. In fact, I did finish one just recently, just in the last couple of weeks. Which one was it? I finished, let me see. Well, I did do number 15, which was to work 15 hours on Gigi, which I had showed you before. She's one of the bewitching pixies from Mirabilia. So, and I was working on one of these other ones. I don't remember which one. The first Thanksgiving, I think it was. Oh, and I did finish that one. So I did finish 25. So I did do the 2 called for numbers for the month of September. I did get those done. So I had to work the one that I had showed you, the first Thanksgiving. I had pulled that out, worked on it 12 hours. It was to work 10 hours on, so I worked an extra 2. And then I worked 10 hours on Gigi, that bewitching pixie. I showed her to you in my fall extravaganza, so I worked on her some. So I was able to get September's done. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm striving for a blackout on that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. But we'll see. And what else do I have to go over with you guys? Oh, you guys, I received some happy mail. I was contacted by a couple of different ladies in a couple of weeks ago, and they asked if they could send me some charts. This first lady, she lives in Virginia also, and her name is, I think this was Sharon. Let me make sure. Yes, Sharon. I'm not going to share her last name. And she had contacted me and said that she had finished a piece. She said, since I live also in the state of Virginia, that would I be interested in this piece? And this one is by Carriage House Samplings, because I do work on Carriage House pieces, and I do work on patriotic, Virginia, colonial. And she sent me Shenandoah. Oh, Shenandoah by the Carriage House Samplings. And I thought, how sweet of her to do that, to think of me and want to send this on to me. So this one is in true Kathy Barrick style there. I believe Kathy, I'm pretty sure it was Kathy. If it's not, it was her sister that, but she said that she hoped I enjoyed this pattern as much as she did, and sent this on to me. So thank you so much, Sharon. This is going to be a wonderful addition to my collection. Another piece of happy mail that I received, I just got this in the mail the other day, and I am sorry, this is from, oh my gosh, another wonderful viewer of mine. Let me look at her note. And her name is Sue, and she had contacted me and said that she had some stash that she knew that she was not going to be stitching, and she wondered if I would want it. And I said, well, absolutely. Some of these may be future giveaways. I'm not sure, but I can show you everything that she gave me. And this was so, so sweet of her. This first piece is from Madame Chantilly. And this one is Bunnies on the Beach. And I have never seen this one before. So how cute is that? What a nice little summer one. So that was one of the charts that she sent me. And I thank you so much, Sue. I wanted to send you an email thanking you, but I couldn't find your email. I don't know if I had accidentally deleted it or not. So, I'm so organized. But this one is by Hindsight. It's another one that she sent me. And this one is a sew form. And it has these bobbins in it, and it says stitch. So I thought that was cute. And then this one looks like a quite old pattern, because this reminds me of some of the Told in a Garden that I had a long time ago, but it's not. This is Diane Grabner Designs, and this is Christmas at the Homestead. And the reason it reminds me of it is the styling, but also this one is handwritten chart. So you can see a little bit of that chart behind the picture there, and it's handwritten. So it looks like 2 Amish buggies on a winter day. Isn't that really sweet? And then she sent me these Little House Needleworks. These are is it the Hometown Christmas series? I'm not sure if they're all of the series, but if it's not, it's quite a few. Yes, this is the Hometown Holiday series. And so this one is by Little House, they're all by Little House Needleworks, and this one is Town Church. So she sent me that. Isn't that really cute? And she sent me Firehouse, the Firehouse. She also sent the Diner. And what is this one? Grandma's House. Oh, I need that one. I need about, let's see, I have 5 grandchildren so far. So I need like 5 little kids out there. That would be so cute. And this one is Pop's Filling Station. And the Schoolhouse. Oops, and there's another one here. Love that red schoolhouse. And this one is the Coffee Shop. Love coffee. So thank you so much, Sue, for these. This is just wonderful. So there again, you're going to have things that you're not going to use. Why have it just get thrown in the trash? Because that just is such a waste. And then I had a little bit more haul. I had showed you that I had downloaded a couple of things from Etsy and had already started them. Sorry, I kicked you. But this one, when I was on Autumn Lane Stitchery site and purchased the Autumn Town that I had already started, I had also went ahead and purchased this one. This one is a downloadable PDF, and it's Moons Out, Brooms Out. And this reminds me, maybe not so much the houses here, but this moon and the witch and the words, the design of it, it reminds me of Bewitched, the TV series from way back. Love that. Don't think I'm going to get around to that one this year, but maybe next year. And then I've also been seeing a whole lot of The Sampler Company by Brenda Keyes. So I went on Etsy and I purchased, this one is, I think this one's the Plymouth Sampler. Which one is this one called? I believe this one's the Plymouth Sampler. It doesn't say on the front. Or maybe I need to put my glasses back on. But I am not seeing. But that is, I love that. That is so my style right there. So beautiful. And I'm not sure if it's this one, but I have told you there's another floss tuber. Her name is Lori Schickalone. She does Once Upon a Stitch. And this may be the one that she has just recently started. If not this one, it's another sampler by Brenda Keyes that's very, very similar to this, but I want to say it's this one. She has so much the same style as I do. And if you have not watched her videos, I'd recommend you to go on over and check her out. So Once Upon a Stitch on Flosstube. She has a lot of beautiful stitching. So got that one. And then I told you I get Brandy's Bestitch Me, her fabric of the month. And the fabric of the month for September, I got these beautiful overdyed silk of the month. I get her silk of the month. It comes with 5 of them. They're 10 yards each. I can't remember how much they are. You could look her up, Bestitch Me online. But I picked up and I received the fabric of the month for September, and it's After the Harvest. And it's, I'm getting it's an 18 by 27 piece of 32 count Lugana. Look at that. Beautiful browns. Beautiful, cool browns. And look at this modeling on this. And when I was looking at this, when I look really close up, it looks like fallen leaves in the forest. Have you ever had leaves on the sidewalk that have gotten wet in the fall time and they've left imprints on the sidewalk, stains? It's almost like what this looks like to me. And so I have a recent chart that I have showed you that I just recently have purchased. And it's by the Blue Flower, and it's Night Walked Down. And it's this lady, it's kind of like a forest, almost a forest scene there with her walking with these animals. And I was thinking of possibly trying it on this. I know it shows it kind of on a more of a pinky fabric, but I pulled out and went ahead and I got, I believe these are the called for flosses. I'm going to show you these flosses, and I put them against this fabric. And you guys can tell me I'm crazy if you think, Vicki, that's going to look awful. Let me know before I waste my time starting. But I just like the fabric. I think it looks very fall, and so does the chart. And these are the called for colors. If I can hold them up here, let me see. Let me see if I can be coordinated and professional. Well, let me see how good I can hold that up there. Now, I think maybe, well, that will probably show up. But look at these beautiful colors. They're very autumnal looking to me. Purples and burgundies and greens, browns, this kind of golden brown. I believe they're going to look nice on this fabric. So I'm thinking about that. So just wanted to run that by you guys. But I think that's a really, really pretty piece of fabric. And I was contemplating maybe, possibly doing Night Walk Down, maybe starting this in November as a new start. We'll see. But that was a thought. So that was all of my haul, all of my Happy Mail, all of my whips. And now I want to also share my exciting news with you guys and celebrate you guys for supporting my channel. I have reached over 2,000 subscribers, and I am just blown away. I am so surprised that there are 2,000 people that like me enough they want to subscribe to my channel so they can be notified or have me in their little menu of people every time I post a video. And I am just so happy that you guys like me enough to subscribe to my channel. So what I wanted to do was do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And I want to give away two things. So let me get them. The first thing is, I don't know how this happened, but I don't know, last year in my ordering, I ordered two. I think I ordered from one site and then another site. I ordered this chart. So this one is an extra chart. It has not been used before. This is brand new. This is Luna by Mirabilia from the Bewitching Pixie series. And I thought this would be a perfect one to give away at this time of the year. Look at those pumpkins. I had seen somebody stitch this one, and I haven't started this yet. Like I said, I have two of these patterns. I have one kitted up and not started, and then I have this one of the same pattern. I had seen somebody stitching this, and those teals and the oranges really popped and looked beautiful. So I want to give this away to somebody as a giveaway, which I will do in my next video in a couple of weeks on Flosstube 14. This is, if you want to be in the drawing to win Luna, say the word moon, since Luna means moon. And I will draw for a winner in a couple of weeks at my next regular Flosstube. Let me write down the word for this one. As always, for every giveaway, please do not say the word giveaway, free, any of those kind of words that could, you know, alert people who just go out there wanting to snag up all free stuff off Flosstube and YouTube. And be at least 18 years of age so that I can get your address to ship this, to mail this to you. And please be a subscriber, like on my video, and comment with the word moon. You can make a sentence up with it, be creative, or you could just simply put the word moon. And my other giveaway that I want to do for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway is a project bag that I have made. So I picked a fall one, a brand new one that I just made last week. And it has just a little owl stuck on the zipper. And this is what it looks like. And it's the same size, same tutorial as all of my other ones. So this will fit an 8x8 Q-snap in it, or if not, you have to take your project off of. It'll probably also fit a hoop if you work with a hoop, or if you just stitch in hand. It will more than likely, unless your project is really large, hold your fabric, your pattern, and your flosses. And the inside of the bag looks like this. It's fully lined. And the inside at the top is the same as the outside fabric. So if you are interested in entering the giveaway for this project bag, say the word bag. Okay, so moon and bag. And those will be my giveaways for Flosstube. I will do it on Flosstube number 14, which will more than likely be in a couple of weeks. That is because my plan is to try to stay on an every 2-week schedule. For right now, I might, you know, if I find that my videos always drag on too long, or I have plenty of content. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not expect my phone to ring. Sorry about that. I definitely do not, let me turn my phone off in case it rings again. If I have more time, say this winter, I don't have that much going on after the holidays or whatever, I might film more often. If I get way too busy, it may be a little less, but I'm going to shoot for every 2 weeks. So thank you for joining me again. Also, on my last video, I had asked, and I did get a couple of commenters comment back, but I had a sweet lady, and she commented back, and her name was Phyllis from Savannah, and she gave a really great suggestion on an ending tagline to my video. So I'm going to try to remember to do this on my videos, because I thought how perfect. I think Phyllis is, I don't know, I think she said she was like 70 years young, and she has experienced a lot of permanent goodbyes in her life, you know, because sadly, the longer we live, the more loved ones pass on. But she said that to never say goodbye, and instead she suggested, and this is going to be my tagline, and I'm going to sign off to you guys. Until next time, stay well, be happy. Bye.